Did you snag some good bookshelves?
With less than 48 hours until the start of school, there's a lot to do at Chantilly High. Pacing guides to consult, agendas to create, class lists to review, and classrooms to arrange. Teacher Diana Ellis leaves no chair unturned as she prepares to arrange her English 11 class for optimum learning.
I want there to be engagement between the students as well as myself and the students.
Diana's experience tells her what academic research proves. Classroom setup affects student safety, learning, and student-teacher interaction.
Let me give you a little idea of the lay of the land. The first corner over here is the entrance into the classroom. And if we move around this way, I have a team teacher who has a workspace over in this corner. I have posters on the wall that have to do with promoting good writing skills. There's a resource center. In this corner over here, there will be a reading nook / conference center.
There's also Diana's desk, filing cabinets, a smartboard, a blackboard, and a mobile computer lab for 14, even though 26 students typically enroll.
We make it work.
Diana believes in a little signage and Room 207's code of conduct. Be appropriate.
Anything that varies from that, I just point to the sign.
And the mortarboard? A reminder to all students that graduation is an attainable goal. More on that a little later.
The first thing I need to do is arrange the desks. I have an arrangement of a V shape in mind with the desks paired. What my thinking here was that the students would be more interactive with each other and with me as a teacher. The students can still see almost every part of the room from where they sit and actually make eye contact with more than half of the class.
Classroom arrangement is about accessibility.
Prior to arranging the room, I stood in each section to see what I could see and what was obstructed so that I could experience it as that student. Okay, we're almost done. There might be a little tweaking to do throughout the course of the year, but this arrangement will allow me the ability to move in between the desks and work with students who need my help. And it will allow for better communication and engagement in the classroom. Why do we care about property connected to the nurse's farm? Because why?
Because of the faction.
Because of the faction. What was
Classroom arrangement is a best practice because it makes a good teacher great. It makes okay learning superb.
in class?
Yes, the cruise.
Lillian Grady, former English teacher, knows there's more here than meets the eye.
You know, this is the way engaged high school kids look. And that's really where we're going with best practices.
If you are John Proctor, you have a few questions for Abigail.
As a best practice, teachers set up classrooms to establish routines, classroom management, student engagement, and checking for understanding.
Sometimes with older students especially, they don't tell you they don't understand. So one of the reasons for her setup, or any good room arrangement setup, is to allow the teacher the flexibility to move around her students to make sure that those nonverbal cues that she picks up for them are visible to her.
Remember the mortarboard? Diana's classroom is a backdrop for success. Her ability to motivate and engage students ensures that 100% of her students graduate.
I think that the administration here, and especially the principal, understand that kids learn in different ways. And that there's just no cookie-cutter approach to learning and no cookie-cutter approach to how rooms should look.
Marlene.
What this principal has done is empowered his teachers and to trust them to make the decisions about room arrangement that reflects what it is that they're teaching. Room arrangement is a best practice. Room arrangement is the foundation, the physical foundation, the physical plant, if you will, for engagement, for building relationships, and allowing you to check for understanding, because that's what a good room arrangement facilitates.
In order to provide the students with every opportunity to have individual instruction if necessary, to see what's going on, to feel a part of the group and yet understand mutual respect and consideration. Okay, her greatest strength is her faith and also her self-confidence.